true. Since the beginning of his campaign, Donald Trump has pushed Hispanics so far away from him, he may have already driven out all of America's immigrants. But there still is one member of the Hispanic community who wants to make America great again. We sent Mike Rubens to meet him.
Hello!
Marco Gutierrez is a Latino Trump supporter whose energetic online presence, and let's face it, rarity, has made him a minor celebrity in the pro-Trump Latino world.
I am the loudest voice right now.
His videos are awesome. They get a lot of viewership, and it spreads our word out there.
Joining me now is Marco Gutierrez, who's the founder of the group Latinos for Trump.
And earlier this month, when he spread his words in a fateful appearance on MSNBC, Marco became known to a much broader audience as the taco truck guy.
My culture is a very dominant culture, and it's imposing and it's causing problems. If you don't do something about it, you're gonna have taco trucks every corner.
We spoke with Marco just days before he was darkly predicting culinary utopia and inadvertently boosting voter registration for Hillary. And as on MSNBC, Marco had a warning for people, that people should be afraid of people like Marco.
As Hispanics, we are a primitive and underdeveloped culture. We'll take whatever we can take if you'll let us.
Are you saying we should be frightened of Mexicans?
Yes, you should be very frightened.
Countries get the governments they deserve, said some French pusswad. And candidates get the de facto surrogates they deserve, said us. And in the case of the Trump campaign, it's Marco Gutierrez.
Donald Trump.
So it's worth asking, who is this anti-Mexican immigrant, and what drives his support for Donald Trump? Marco Gutierrez was born in Mexico and came to America as a teenager to join his parents, who
Came here first as illegal immigrants.
I'm sorry, what?
Illegal immigrants.
Got it. Marco became a citizen, worked in the flea market, sold cars, became a millionaire as a mortgage broker, and lost it all in the crash.
Is that a bank vault?
Yeah. This is where I keep my money.
Despite that, he still owns a big, expensive house, and we wish we had time to tell you more about it because it's super interesting. With $1 million in fake money under glass and a disco Bible, and wow, is that an above-lake pool? And a replica of the Constitution?
I should read it.
But we have to move on to the part of the story that's uncomfortable, because Marco's a gracious host and a pretty likable guy, but he's also been repeatedly accused by clients of some shady business practices. Here's Noah Zinner, a lawyer who represented one of those clients.
In our experience with Marco Gutierrez targeted vulnerable people, and he unlawfully charged them for bogus mortgage help, took money that didn't belong to him, and then bullied and filed bogus lawsuits when people complained.
Anyway, Marco kept getting his real estate license suspended and finally lost it.
I did not lose my real estate license. I surrendered my real estate license.
Copy that. And then there were the dozen-plus bankruptcy filings and so many frivolous lawsuits that the state of California says he can't file more without permission because he's a vexatious litigant, which Marco says is awesome.
It is an honor to be a vexatious litigant. In my culture, that is a sign of the respect.
A ruined real estate empire, accusations of fraud, multiple bankruptcies and lawsuits, fantastic hair. Does Marco remind you of somebody? Because Marco reminds Marco of somebody.
I can say that I am my new Donald Trump. Latinos for Trump!
With Trump, are you ever concerned that it's all a scam?
No. You know, they say that a fisherman can see another fisherman from afar. So I see Donald Trump, I know what he's trying to do. You know, like Jesus Christ, he talked so much about fishing. And he made a movement where nobody liked him.
How else is Donald Trump like Jesus Christ?
I think Donald Trump is like Jesus Christ in a way that he listens to the people.
Get on the Trump train and make America great. He's for the whole.
That messianic faith in Donald Trump was very much in evidence here at the Anaheim City Hall, at the very first real-life gathering for the California Latinos for Trump.
Proud Latinos for Trump.
Marco is excited.
I'm wearing my Donald Trump tie, and I'm wearing my Donald Trump suit.
He gives a nice speech in English.
I'm a Mexican-American, and I support Donald J. Trump for President of the United States of America.
Then a not-so-nice speech in Spanish.
Señora Hillary, usted es una maldita mentirosa. Ya déjense de chingaderas. Que no se les olvide la acogida que nos dio Obama con su pinche administración.
When it's all over, there are hugs, there are congratulations, and a possible violation of California real estate laws.
I'm a mortgage broker.
In California, you're not allowed to advertise as a mortgage broker if you don't have a license.
Get on the Trump train, make America great.
Political campaigns, like nature, abhor a vacuum. And into this particular Trumpian vacuum has been sucked Marco Gutierrez. Perhaps he'll just be a historical footnote boosted to prominence by his oddity.
Check it out. The Smithsonian Institute wants this sign.
But Marco has bigger plans.
I would like to be the governor of California. California, I'm going to be your governor.
Why not? With his track record, he may one day be our president.
We'll be right back.